Hello, dear soul family. Today I'm going to be making with you a protection potion. This can be created in any way that you want. I'm giving you some basic guidelines, maybe some ideas and inspiration to create your own potion, but I want you to listen to your heart and your womb and to your body and also to the circumstance that you're in, and kind of feel and work with your own intuition. So the attack of the dark forces has been always here, and I've been feeling it more and more. But it's funny because I've been actually feeling more and more protected also. I've been feeling more and more grounded. I've been feeling more and more powerful. It's like the more the dark forces are trying to hurt me, us, the mother, the children of the mother, I'm actually becoming more in my power because I'm connected to my womb, because I'm connected to the mother, because I constantly speak words and love and spells from the mother's heart, and I am keeping myself a pure vessel and channel of light with my foods that I eat, only vegan light foods, of course. I always talk about that. It's very, very important. If you're in a low frequency and you're eating death, you will become death, and death can hurt you. And it's not necessarily just physical death, it's spiritual death. And we are dealing right now with a spiritual war. This is a spiritual war. All of this, the corona, the 5G, this is all in order to stop us from ascending. So I am going to begin. I bought this amazing sweet bottle, and I already cleansed it with sage, and it's ready for us right now. So if you will need a funnel if you want. If you can use any. Look, I have like so many different kinds of bottles. You can choose whatever bottle you want. This is, for example, a bottle that I saved. It was a vanilla extract in it, so I saved it. You can just be playful with it and use whatever you want. I have these little tools that I can work with if I work with smaller bottles. I got my little spoon here that I got as a gift years ago. So I like to kind of set up my altar. This is a specific altar that I make potions in. This is not my personal altar. So today we're going to use a hematite. I am personally going to use a hematite. Again, use whatever you feel. Black tourmaline is good too. Any black, very powerful stone is good for this. I feel that the hematite is grounding and protecting, but it is also, while it's protecting and putting a shield around you, it is still open enough to connect us with the higher realms, and that's what we need. We need the ascension. We need a connection with the fifth dimension. So I'm going to be putting that inside. And again, remember to clean your tools, clean your bottles, clean your crystals with sage. Put them in salt water. Put them under the sun, under the moon, whatever you feel like you want to charge them with. And make sure it's clean. Okay, don't just buy a stone at the store and use it. You got to clean it. You got to make sure it has no energies from before, from other people, other places, etc. All right, so another thing that I'm feeling to use is sea salt. I just always feel protection with sea salt. Witches have been using sea salt for years, making salt water for spray and protection, and also creating a circle around you when you're using some spells. So I'm going to be adding my salt. Thank you, sacred salt. All right. Beautiful. Now, another thing I'm going to add is clove. I'm going to be adding 1 piece of natural clove. Clove is, if you don't know, it has a very strong, potent smell, and it is a herb. It is very good for parasites. So I use clove powder, a little bit of clove powder every day in my shakes, in my protein shakes, to kill parasites in my body. So this is the same symbolism and the same power we're going to use here with the clove to banish all parasitic energies now and forever for my reality. Thank you. Now I'm gonna add the oil. This is oil that I already made before. What you see inside, those little pieces inside, is a vanilla bean. It's a natural vanilla bean that I've been soaking in this oil. This is a mixture of a few oils that I made. and I've been soaking the vanilla bean in it for about a month. I covered this bottle with a black cloth. I'm going to show you here. I covered it like that, and it's been sitting for 1 month on my altar next to one of the symbols of the temple to kind of be charged with the symbols of the temple. Those of you who don't know, I am a priestess in the temple of Isis and Lilith, the sex temple of Isis and Lilith. This is where I bring my information from. I charged this oil also under the full moon this week. It's extremely potent. So I'm going to be adding the oil right now. Pure protection and light. Thank you. Wonderful. So what also I would like to add here at this moment, I want to add some earth, some red clay. Red clay is, of course, very grounding, very, very protecting. To me, it represents not only the mother, but the blood of the mother and our connection to her, especially if you're a woman, obviously. We are very, very connected through the blood. So I'm going to be adding a little bit of red clay from a vortex in Sedona that I took. Wonderful. And last thing I'm going to be adding is a piece of sage. Of course, we know sage is the thing that a lot of us use to burn for protection. It is a very, very protective plant. And I'm going to be, thank you so much, sacred plant. Remember to thank the plants, thank everything that you're using, and add it in. Wonderful. Now, before I close this bottle, I'm not going to close it yet. Before I close this bottle, let me see. I'm going to just ask. I like to ask the potion if there's anything that it wants me to put in it. So let me just go over my oils, my essential oils, see if there's any oil that wants to be added into this. Okay, I'm going to add a few drops of sage oil as well. I know I added the plant, but I'm going to be adding a few drops of sage oil. Thank you. It just feels right to me. And frankincense. Okay, I'm going to be adding a few drops of frankincense. I love frankincense. I have been using it a lot recently for potions that I'm doing for my customers and my clients and my students, and it's been very, very potent. I haven't been working with it so much in the past, but now it's kind of like calling me a lot more. All right. I think that's it. I'm not feeling anything else at the moment that wants to come in. All right. So before we close this, this amazing, look at this magic right here. There we go. Before we close it, we are going to charge it. I like to charge it with just different things every time. You can call it prana, you can call it life force, you can call it womb power, you can call it the power of the mother. I am going to invite the divine sister Isis and Lilith. I invite my divine sister Isis and Lilith from the temple, and all other sisters of the temple that wish to come forward and help me and charge my protection potion. And use your imagination, people. See your sisters around you. I see them around me. They are holding my heart from behind me. So they're behind me, but they're placing their hands on my heart. And another sister places her hands on my womb. And they are sending their protection and power. And let me tell you, that's immense power they're sending right now. From my body, from my heart and my womb, into my hands, and into the potion. It's done with love and light. So would it be. Thank you. So make sure to feel gratitude and to feel your power within it, within this magic. Now, if you are a woman, and I'm sure most of you who are listening are women, I just feel, because it's a very feminine kind of video I've created here. If you're making this protection spell for your men, for your children, for anyone, this is great. Follow your intuition. You know what to do, sister. And brother, if you're listening to this, follow your heart. You know what to do. You are a protector. The masculine is here on this planet to be a protector. So hold your power. Oh, by the way, okay, I actually felt like adding one more thing before my secret ingredient. So I'm going to add some black pepper. Yes, and I'm going to do it with joy in my heart. Protection, grounding, banishing all negative energy now and forever from my etheric, physical, spiritual, mental body. I am loved, safe, and protected at all times, and we love you so much. Thank you. All right. Speak your own spells. Trust yourself. Make sure the words you speak are coming from your heart and your womb. All right, guys. The most powerful and important ingredient. This is it. You have to make a sacrifice. Now, in dark magic, they make a very baneful sacrifice. So they would take a child, they would take another person, they would take their blood, they would take their sexual energy, and they would call that a sacrifice. That is not a fucking sacrifice. When you take something from someone else, if you even sacrifice an animal or something else outside of you, that is not a sacrifice. That is being a coward, and it's being small, and it's really no sacrifice, especially not for the light forces. So it is a sacrifice for dark forces, but not for light. So if a sacrifice is something you're giving from yourself, it's something you are sacrificing. So in this case, I'm going to give 1 drop of my sacred blood. So every month when I bleed, I put it in a little jar. This lasts me for the whole month, if probably like, and I'm gonna have a lot left, and I'm gonna put it in the earth. And then I'm going to refill it again in the next moon cycle I have. And I'm going to be using one of these little cute tools. I forgot what you call them. But anyway, I'm going to be taking one drop of my blood. If you don't have a period anymore, or if you're a man, then take, of course, you have to be very, very sterilized and smart about it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. You have to do your research. But poke your finger, take 1 little drop, 1 poke, 1 drop. You don't need a knife, you don't need to cut yourself. It's not like in the movies. Take 1 little drop of blood and pour it in the potion, and then you can seal it and you can mix it. I'm going to be adding my blood now, not on camera, because I want to make my own spells and my own blessings. So I hope this was inspiring to you. May the Mother and the Sisters of the Temple always protect you. I love you, dear sisters. I love you, dear goddesses. I love you, dear gods. We need your light and love in this world now more than ever. And I protect you. I send you protection and love and light now and forever. I'm a sister of the temple. I'm a servant of the Mother. I'm the embodiment of the Mother on earth. Thank you.